Let's do 10 Swedish words, borrowed words.
Oi! My name is not Sven, it is Martin, yeah.
Yes, we're going to look at words that have been borrowed and taken into Swedish from other languages. But before we do that, I have a fun announcement, and that is that the first day uploads of the 10 Swedish word series is now sponsored. italki is a site where you can go on and you can learn a language with other people, like a social networking site. But the main feature, and this is the cool stuff, is that you can go on and do one-on-one over Skype tutoring with a native speaker of Swedish. So at the end of this video, what you can do is you can click on the link which is right underneath this video, and it will take you to a landing page where they explain it a whole lot better than I do. But think of this, it's convenient and it's when you have the time to do it, and it's personalized to your needs and where you are with your Swedish. So do that, go check out italki after this video, but now let's talk about borrowed words. And the first word is orange, which in Swedish is APELSIN, and that comes from Dutch. Something like sinaasappel, apples from China. APELSIN. The second word comes from the English language, and that is a keps, which is a cap. And the Swedish word keps comes from the plural form caps. Caps, keps. The next word is the word for donkey, which in Swedish is åsna, and åsna comes from asinus, which is Latin for donkey. Is that a donkey sound? And the next word comes from French, and that is the word for ice cream, which in Swedish is glace. It comes from the French word glace, which means ice. Doesn't mean glass, because that would hurt. The next word comes from Malay, and it's a word that's been taken both into Swedish and English. It is the word orangutang, orangutan. It comes from Malay, orangutan, and it means wild man. The next word comes from the Greek language. It is kyriakon or kyriakon, and the Swedish word for that is kyrka, which means church. The next word comes from Romani, and it is the word for girl, which in Swedish is tjej. Tjej. And since we have girl, we of course need to have boy, and the Swedish word for boy is pojke, and pojke comes from Finnish, poika. The next word comes from Icelandic, and that is the word for poet, which in Icelandic and Swedish is skald. And the last of the 10 Swedish words, borrowed word, comes from the Basque language, and that is the word bizarre, which in Basken, I guess, is bizarre, which in Swedish is bizarre. It's sort of the same word, but it means beard. So I am bizarre. Bizarre. Thank you so much for watching my 10 Swedish words about borrowed words. What borrowed words does your language have, and where does it come from? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on the 10 Swedish words series. And if you want to, go check out the link right underneath this video. That will take you to my landing page on italki, where you can have a look if this is something that you can do to improve your Swedish. Tack så mycket. Hejdå!